Today I will talk about the database test. Try to imagine if we have a lot of busy logic living in the database instead of in the core. For example, some companies that have their busy logic living in a database by using database objects like a stop procedure or function. Or maybe some companies that have their busy logic living in the core because they are using entity framework or some ORM tool. So this is really different situation. So this topic we'll talk about is how can we make a better testing if we face the first one situation. So we have some prerequisites here. The first one is this solution is based on the SQL Server. And the second one is we need to convert the SQL Server database into the core by using Visual Studio Database Project. So let's look into our project. This is how our project looks like. We have a two table, configure table and product table, and one store procedure. We have exactly the same schema in our SQL Server either. So here, as you can see in the left hand side, we have a two table and one store procedure. And let's look into our table data. The first one is the configure table. It shows the discount value of each month. And the second table is the product table. It shows the unit price of a product. So we will go through the unit test by using these two table data. Let's open our unit test project and the first unit test. We have one SQL here. So we will try to get a discount value of the first month. So how can we verify the results match what we expect? We have a few conditions can add here. So I added the two conditions here, and the first one is the row count condition. This one will try to verify how many records it will return to me. So let's look into the right hand side. The result set means because we could have a multiple SQL in one unit test, which means I have a chance to get a multiple data set. But here we only one SQL, so this one we don't need to worry about. And the second one is row count. I fill the value with a 1 because I will expect this SQL only return me one record. And the second one condition I added here is the scalar value condition. Here I am trying to verify the value you return to me is same as what I expect. So as you can see in the right hand side, I try to verify the third column because as you can see in this SQL, we will return whole record. So let's look into our data looks like. So in the configure table, we have a three column. What we try to verify is the third column, which is the discount, and the value is 0.7. So as you can see, that is the third column, and I expect the value will be 0.7. So this is how we verify our database. And then I can use in the Test Explorer to run the unit test. And you're going to verify these two conditions to see it's successful or not. And the second unit test is we are trying to verify the stop procedure. So as you can see in the final statement, here we are trying to execute the stop procedure. And what is the logic of the stop procedure? So here we try to get get a discount value of the first month, and then we will try to update the product table with the unit price 2 column. The value will become from the unit price column multiply the discount value, and eventually we will try to return whole product table data. So let's go back, and then we can look into this statement one by one. So here we'll try to truncate the table. So which means because we have a few records in our configure table, and you will get clear. And the second one is we'll try to insert some value into the configure table, which is try to fill the discount value 0.8 with the first month. So why we need to do this one, and what's the risk? Why we need to do this one is we try to remove the dependency relationship between our unit test and database. It's a little bit similar how we doing the mark mechanism in the C# unit test project. And what's the risk? The risk is because we run this two statement, it is going to change the database value. So if we run this kind of unit test in the testing answer, it's going to impact the other developer to do the testing. So how can we avoid this situation? We can add the sync transaction here. So all the statements we execute here, eventually we will get rollback. So it's more safer. And then we will try to get a discount value from the configure. So in this type point, the configure table should only contain one record, which we just insert. After that, we try to execute a stoppage job, and this stoppage job eventually will return us the whole product table. So let's look into what condition we try to verify. The first one, we'll try to verify the value. So here we'll try to verify the discount value is 0.8 or not. So here, as you can see, I will expect the value will be 0.8. This one is to try to verify the first dataset. So as you can see, the result is 1. Because we could, right now we will return 2 datasets here, and we try to verify the first one dataset, and the value will be 0.8. Right. And the second scalar value condition is we try to verify the stoppage value. So here we will try to verify is this one. Unit price to current should be populated with some value. So the value, this value should be come from the unit price 25 and multiply the 0.8, which is the discount we insert here. So the value should be 20. And result set should be 2 because it's in the second data set. So this kind of unit test demonstrate how we do in a basic unit test and how can we have a similar mark mechanism here. So this is all the information. Thanks.